What a real array list has? We are going to think about that, then we are going to implement our own array list. Array list has two fields. One is static array and the other one is size. Static array always starts from size 10, length 10. Then this one should be able to store the generic type, so casting as a generic type object. So you make the object type array, then cast it as a generic type. That's how my array is defined. My array is declared, instantiated, but not populated. So every value is null at the first time. Then size starts from 0. Then we are going to implement method. All those methods in the list plus 2 methods from the object class. So these methods are what you are supposed to implement to let TJ ArrayList act like Java's built-in array list. In the toString method, you need to make sure it acts like the regular collection. So it returns bracket, all the data separated by comma and 1 space. That's what toString. If toString method is defined, when you call just a list name, it automatically calls toString method. So you can print by calling the list name, object name, or you can call the object name dot toString. It does the same thing. Make sure S is uppercase. Then all the other method. One of the easiest method will be size method. It's the same as a DLL. You can just return size because size is the field. Then add method. It has a special case. In the regular case, if I have ABC already as a value, then if I want to add D, if object is D, the size will be 3 at this point. E is generic type. So this object is a generic type. If generic type is a string, this object is a string type. Then when I want to add string D, I can simply say my array size will be the next index number. We'll have the value which is passed object. Then my size will increase by 1. Then because it says return true all the time, it returns a Boolean type, so you can just return true. This is the regular case. But there is a special case because original my array has only up to index 9. How about if my size is already 10? That means until index 9 is already filled. In that case, you have to make your my array as double size. So now it has 20 items. Then you are going to add the new item at index size. So whenever the my array is filled, you are going to double the length of the my array. How to do that? In this case, you are going to make a temporary array which has a double size. So temp will copy all the values until index 9, 0 through 9, copy all the values and add the new value at the next index. Then you are going to say my array is now pointing temp. That's how you do in the add. When you have add index and object, the simple case, if I pass index 2, then object has a C, like a string C, for example. If it already has A, B, B, E in the my array. If my array already has this one. Because my array is a static array, you cannot add in the middle. So you probably want to make a temp array again. You're going to copy A, B. So when my current index value is less than the past argument index, then you are going to put the value, store the value at the index. Then you will copy the rest of them. So it looks like it is shifting because the previous index 2 value will be now at index 3. Then E will be now at index 4. Then you need to update my array to point to this temp array. Also, don't forget to increase your size. You don't have to return true at this time because it is a void method. Does it have a special case? Yes. It has a special case too. So in the special case, if my array is already filled until until the last item, you are going to make it double size when you make a temp. Then it's going to be okay. When you insert in the middle, last item will go to the new space. So think about the special case too. You can think about the special case is, your special case can be checked at the beginning when size is the same as my array.length. Double it. For the get, set, remove, you don't need to worry about the special case. So it's much easier. But one thing you have to make sure is for the set and remove method, you are going to store the old method. For example, my array original one will be stored into a variable. Then you are going to change my array's value to the new value. Then finally, you are going to return the old value. TJ ArrayList shellcode has two fields. Then default constructor is already defined, so you can refer how to instantiate temp. Then size method, add, get, set, and remove. Remove method, make sure you are going to store the old value before you remove. Then shift means like you did in the add index. You are gonna make temporary array, then store everything to the one left position from index to the end. Then contains method must use that equals method, not equal. Then as soon as you find it, you can return true. If you never find this object, you are gonna return false. You can treat E like just a regular class, like a string object, polka dot, robot. Then toString method we explained. After you are done this TJ ArrayList, you are gonna just run the driver. Driver, you don't have to touch anything. You can just run it. Then if you have the same output as the comment has, you are done. Then you can submit to the code post. Which class is used to test it, so it is given. You can just download it or it is already there in the shellcode folder. You can just understand what it is. You don't really need to change anything in the widget. What you need to do is only TJ ArrayList.